Sassy Boots, what are you doing here?
Sassy Boots is our new bureau chief. I believe you two know each other.
Hello, Jarvis. It's good to see you again. You're looking well.
As are you, Sassy Boots. You're just as beautiful and radiant as ever.
And you're just as charming as ever.
So you're the new chief. I'm not surprised. You were always destined for great things.
I hope this isn't awkward for you, considering our personal history together.
No, not at all. Working for you will be both an honor and a privilege.
The feeling is mutual.
Oh, please, would you two please give it a rest?
Certainly. I must be going anyway. I have a great deal of work to do. Congratulations on your promotion. I'll be reporting in once I have some news to share.
Not so fast, Jarvis. You're being reassigned. I'm pulling you from the field to work with me here at headquarters.
But I'm a field agent. It's all I've ever known. I don't understand.
You're getting a little long in the tooth, Jarvis. Our agents need to be in top physical condition. And let's face it, you're past your prime.
Past my prime? I'm only 8 years old.
And for 8 years, you've been the best agent at the Bureau. But those days are long gone, I'm afraid.
I've never been stronger in my life. Just yesterday I escaped from the mouth of a giant fish.
Impressive, no doubt. But what about next time, or the time after that? Will you be so lucky?
I belong in the field. It's what I was born to do. Besides, I'm getting closer by the minute to figuring out what's behind these mysterious monsters that have invaded Georgetown. I can't do that working behind a desk.
We all have our jobs, and yours is here working with me at headquarters.
My job is protecting Anne and her family.
Kyle Hamilton, just the man I wanted to see.
Hey, Lori, how's everything going?
Pretty good. Do you have a minute to talk, or did I catch you at a bad time?
I've got a few minutes. What do you need?
Well, you know how I've always said that I would like Georgetown to be more like Las Vegas?
Yep, that's always been your dream.
Could you imagine? Hotels and casinos on every block. Neon signs on every street. Huge crowds of strangers throughout the town. It would be amazing.
Tell me about it. I would love to be able to walk into Save-A-Lot and see a wall full of slot machines, or go into Fava's and see blackjack tables and a roulette wheel.
You're a visionary, Kyle. I like that.
So what do you need me for?
Well, you know how Las Vegas has Fremont Street? With several blocks of the city under a roof with millions of blinking lights? We should do the same thing in downtown Georgetown. A giant roof covering several blocks. We could even put in a zip line.
I could easily see myself ziplining down Main Street.
Is that something you can build?
Maybe, maybe not. But either way, that roof is going to need shingles. And as you know, roofs are my specialty.
Perfect. Can you meet me at the tourism office tomorrow to discuss the project in depth?
Tomorrow's no good for me. I've got jury duty.
Jury duty? Oh, I'm sorry. Want me to see if I can get you out of it? Rebecca Johnson is in my kickboxing class at the pavilion. I could talk to her if you like.
No thanks, but I appreciate it. I don't mind jury duty. As a proud citizen of Georgetown, I consider it an honor to serve.
Wait a minute. Is this for the David Lewis trial?
It sure is.
Great. Well, what about the following day? Are you free then?
I will have to let you know I'm bidding a job that day, and if we get it, it will be the biggest job that Empire Restoration has ever done.
Hello, I'm Michael Crisp, and this is my dog Jarvis.
I'm not your dog, you're my human. There's a difference.
Anyway, we're here to talk to you about health insurance.
Health insurance? That's about as exciting as watching paint dry.
I have access to plans that offer first dollar benefits, low deductibles, and unlimited major medical coverage.
Can I choose my own doctors? I'm very picky about who sees me naked.
You sure can. Because these are PPO plans, You can choose your own doctors and you don't need a referral to see a specialist.
That sounds too good to be true. So what's the catch?
No catch, you just have to medically qualify. These plans are designed for healthy people. Just call me and I'll ask you a few questions over the phone, and in just a few minutes we'll see if you qualify.
Are fleas considered a pre-existing condition? I'm asking for a friend.
No, Jarvis.
Good to know.
Today's episode of Georgetown, the Animated Series, is brought to you by Ann Huber, realtor with Lifestyle Real Estate. Born and raised in Georgetown, nobody knows the local housing market like Ann. If you're buying or selling, you can trust Ann to put her knowledge and experience to work for you. Georgetown Guitar Studies. Give yourself or someone else the gift of music with lessons for students of all ages and skill levels. Learn the songs you love at Georgetown Guitar Studies. Big Country Fishing. Follow us on Facebook for the best fishing pictures and other information. One visit and you'll be hooked. The Georgetown Insider. The stories aren't real, but they're real funny. Slancha Public House. Great drinks, great food, and lively conversation. We're a little slice of Ireland right here in Georgetown. And Georgetown Scott County Parks and Recreation. Growing strong roots for a healthy community.
It's Kentucky. Things go missing here all the time. Remember when Catsby got lost?
Oh my god. Catsby wasn't lost. He was gone for like an hour.
It was way more than an hour.
When Daniel called me, he was in panic. Trey and I rushed right over to his apartment to help look for him. We knew that if we didn't find Catsby, Tasha was going to kill Daniel.
It's true. I would have killed him.
I looked up and he was sitting on the windowsill. So I scooped him up and brought him inside. I've never seen Daniel look so relieved.
She was the hero that day.
Oh, come on, Holly. It's not like you stopped ISIS.
Why would that guy steal a statue anyway? I mean, what could you possibly do with it?
Maybe you could ask the Momfia. They pretty much run Georgetown.
What's the Momfia?
It's the Georgetown Moms Facebook group. There's like 6,000 of them. They're super powerful and pretty much know everything.
Kinda like your mother.
They can make or break a restaurant. One bad review from the Momfia can shut down a business.
It wasn't the Momfia that put Long John Silver's out of business. It was the cholesterol.
People commit crimes for a variety of different reasons. He might be encountering an economic hardship and he felt that he needed to steal it to survive.
Well, David's pretty well off. He just bought Ward Hall and paid cash. No inspection, and waived the appraisal clause, against my advice, of course.
Then he might have stolen it simply for the thrill of it all. The rush you get from committing a crime can often fill an emotional void.
You sure know a lot about criminals.
I'm in the PhD program at Indiana University. My PhD is in psychology, but criminology was my minor in college. I spent a lot of time studying the criminal mind.
Indiana? No wonder you know so much about criminals. I wouldn't trust a Hoosier as far as I could throw 'em.
To properly profile the person, I would need to see evidence from the crime scene, analyze historical data from similar crimes, and investigate the behavioral patterns of the perpetrator.
Could you do all of that?
Oh, I could do it. After all, I'm the one who found Catsby.
Well, I've known David Lewis a long time, and there's no way that he stole that statue.
You're right, and I can prove it.
Oh, really?
The thief just struck again. He left this note for Mayor Prather a little while ago. You see, whoever stole that statue also took all of Georgetown's other historical artifacts, like the bowling pin and the spatula. David Lewis is in custody right now, so there's no way he could have written this note. But what do you think this means? An instrument of discipline that strikes with lightning speed?
Oh, that's easy. Mr. Turner's paddle. He was the principal there back when Jeanette and I attended Garth Elementary. You did not want to be whipped with that paddle, believe me.
You used to get paddled in school? I'll never complain about NTI again.
Well, not me, but just the thought of that paddle hanging in his office helped keep all of us in line.
I wish they'd bring back corporal punishment. I know plenty of kids nowadays who could really benefit from a good old-fashioned butt-whooping.
I'm going over to the pavilion tomorrow to get that paddle and bring it back to the mayor.
Hi, guys. Thanks for dropping by to check on me. I really appreciate it.
We just wanted to check in on you and see how you were doing.
I'm just trying to keep myself busy, considering everything that's going on, you know.
Well, you're probably under a lot of stress right now, and that's understandable.
That's for sure. I've got a lot on my plate. Taking care of the kids, teaching at Ann Mason Elementary, setting up my online dating profile. It's just one thing after another.
Online dating profile?
David's going to be locked up for a long time. It never hurts to plan ahead.
I like your style, girl.
But David is innocent. I'm sure he'll be back home with you before you know it.
I hope so, as long as it's not this Friday. I'm meeting Bourbon Boy 37 for drinks at local feed that night. Or Saturday. I'm meeting Car Guy 45 for dinner at Broussard's that night. Or Sunday. I'm meeting them both for margaritas at Pepe's that night.
Why are all these men shirtless?
Oh, I don't mind a bit. You go, girl.
Don't get me wrong. I hope David is found innocent, but we still haven't found an attorney, and the trial starts tomorrow.
Well, what about a public defender? They can probably do it pro bono.
Pro bono? I don't know what that means, but it sounds expensive.
You don't want any of them greenhorns representing your husband. You need the smartest man in Scott County. You need Rodney Vinegar.
Well, I don't know.
Doesn't David need a licensed attorney?
Rodney went to law school. Ain't that right, Rodney?
Well, I do have a law degree, and I did pass the Kentucky bar exam back in 1996.
That's quite a surprise. So why didn't you go into private practice?
I wanted to at first. I dreamed of having my name mentioned among the most notable attorneys of our generation. Great names like John Cornett, Neil Duncliffe, and Stephanie Literal. But alas, it was not meant to be.
A headhunter called Rodney one day and offered him a big corporate job. He gave up being a lawyer to work in human resources.
HR isn't nearly as glamorous as law, but it put a roof over my head. And now that I'm leaving Houston to come back to Georgetown, I might be able to help David. But it won't be easy. Trust me.
Look, I ain't never killed nobody, but there's plenty of people here in town who I'd like to punch square in the face. I wouldn't do that because I'm nice. But if I ever lost my cool and smacked somebody upside the head and was taken to jail, I'd get Rodney as my lawyer.
Thanks, I guess.
Honey, I don't know your husband from Adam. Hell, he might have stole that damn statue for all I know, but that's none of my business. But what I do know is that desperate times call for desperate measures. So listen up, sister. Rodney's the only prayer you got.
I suppose it's worth a shot. Would you, Rodney? Would you please help my husband?
I cannot refuse a damsel in distress.
Good. It's settled then. Rodney is David's lawyer. Now, show me some more pictures of them naked men.